Welcome to Egypt. A temple in the heart of the desert. In the silence of Egypt's vast desert, specifically in the region known as Amda, stood an ancient and mysterious temple, buried under the sands of time. This temple, which had disappeared for centuries, held in its walls and columns tales of mystery and secrets hidden by history, waiting to be uncovered. The Temple of Amda was not just a place of worship but a center of spiritual energy and ancient knowledge connecting the heavens and the earth. It witnessed numerous eras, from the reign of the Pharaohs to strange invasions, and has now become a part of the legends surrounding the site, known only to a few. The birth of the temple. The Temple of Amda was constructed during the reign of the 15th dynasty of Egypt, around 1500 BCE, by Pharaoh Sekhemra, who ascended the throne after a period of political instability and turmoil in Egypt. Pharaoh Sekhemra saw the construction of the temple as a way to secure spiritual stability for the country. He chose a remote location in Egypt's western desert near the Amda Oasis, a place far from enemies and strategically positioned to monitor the movements of armies across the desert. The temple was built using massive stones, and it had a distinctive design that blended ancient Egyptian elements with architectural grandeur, symbolizing the ambition of Sekhemra. The outer walls of the temple were adorned with intricate carvings depicting Egyptian deities like Ra, the sun god, and Anubis, the god of embalming. Inside the temple were numerous chambers used for religious rituals, including a space for offerings and sacrifices. Rituals and beliefs. The Temple of Amda was more than just a place of worship, it was a spiritual hub for the surrounding communities. The rituals performed there were complex, reflecting the deep connection the ancient Egyptians had with their gods. One of the main rituals was the ritual of light, in which priests would light numerous torches inside the temple, mimicking the movement of the sun across the sky. Every year, the temple hosted a grand festival known as the Nile Festival, where the Egyptians offered sacrifices and prayers to ensure the Nile's blessing of rainfall, which was vital for agriculture. During this festival, water from the Nile was gathered in golden vessels and sprinkled throughout the temple to renew the sacred life force of the land. The priests at the Temple of Amda were also skilled in astronomy and mathematics. The temple contained an advanced system for observing the stars, which helped the Egyptians determine the best times for planting crops and tracking celestial events. These astronomical observations were recorded in inscriptions on the temple's walls, which would later be rediscovered by archaeologists. Wars and hidden secrets. As time passed, Egypt underwent numerous invasions and political upheavals. During one of these turbulent times, when the Hyksos armies invaded Egypt, the Temple of Amda became a fortified sanctuary. Pharaoh Sekhemra, along with his priests, sought refuge within the temple's walls, sealing the entrances with heavy stone blocks and concealing the sacred space from invaders. It is said that the temple contained hidden chambers deep underground, filled with ancient knowledge left by the pharaohs. Legends tell of these chambers being equipped with powerful symbols and scrolls, believed to hold the keys to transcending time and even interacting with the gods. However, no one has ever found these chambers. Some researchers believe they were merely part of an elaborate myth surrounding the temple, while others remain convinced that hidden passages still await discovery. The end of the temple and its decay. As Egypt's dynasties changed, and the pharaohs faced more threats, the Temple of Amda fell into neglect. When the Romans later conquered Egypt, the temple was looted, and many of its treasures were taken. Over time, the once grand temple began to crumble. Its walls, adorned with intricate carvings, were defaced or erased by time and human hands. Eventually, the temple was buried under the sands, becoming nothing more than a forgotten relic of the past. Its once majestic halls stood empty, and its sacred chambers were lost to history. The stories of the temple and its hidden secrets turned into folklore, whispered among the Bedouins who lived in the surrounding desert. The discovery in the modern era. In the late 19th century, European explorers began to search for lost Egyptian ruins. Among these explorers was a group of scholars who ventured into the desert, believing they had identified the location of the Temple of Amda. With the help of advanced tools, they began uncovering the remains of the temple. Over several years, they found inscriptions and artifacts that revealed the temple's role in ancient Egyptian society. Though they did not discover the hidden chambers that the legends spoke of, they uncovered other significant findings, such as small statues and tools, shedding light on the temple's historical and cultural importance. Today, the Temple of Amda stands as part of Egypt's rich heritage. Though its full secrets have not been uncovered, the site continues to attract researchers, archaeologists, and curious visitors interested in Egypt's mysterious past. The legend that lives on. The legend of the Temple of Amda lives on, passed down through the tales of Bedouins and explorers. It is believed that the temple still holds a secret, an ancient power or knowledge that may change our understanding of ancient Egyptian civilization. Perhaps one day, someone will uncover the key to these hidden mysteries, but until that time comes, the Temple of Amda remains an enduring symbol of the lost wonders of the past.